We're not done here.
Yes, we are!
Stingers!
Prepare to meet a character who's like a twisted reflection of our favourite web-slinger. No, I'm not talking about some alternate universe mumbo-jumbo or a trip down memory lane. I'm talking about the one and only Scarlet Spider-Man, aka Ben Reilly. Let me set the record straight. This isn't just another clone conundrum. Ben Reilly may have first graced the pages back in '74, but it was during the notorious clone saga of the 90s that he really made his mark. Yep, we're diving headfirst into that web of confusion, betrayal, and downright mind-bending storytelling. The Scarlet Spider-Man is back, baby, and he's ready to show you a side of Spidey's world you've never seen before. Stay tuned, webheads. It's gonna be a wild one. But before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is just a small click for you, but for us, it means a lot. So thank you. Now, let's begin. Ben Reilly's backstory explored. So, we've got the Jackal, a master of mad science and mischief, who developed a clone from the DNA of none other than Peter Parker himself. But why? Jackal's got a grudge, blaming Spidey for the heartbreaking loss of Gwen Stacy. I guess revenge is a dish best served cloned. Spider-Man and the clone are locked in an epic battle. The Jackal, that sneaky snake, decides to detonate a bomb and seemingly perish along with the clone. However, Spider-Man, ever the responsible hero, retrieves what he believes to be the lifeless body of the clone and gives him a proper send-off by burying him. Rest in peace, or so he thought. Turns out, the supposedly deceased clone wasn't ready to kick the bucket just yet. In the meantime, Jackal decides to mess with Peter's head even further. He replaces a different, already dead clone of Peter in the very same spot. When the surviving clone finally regains consciousness, he witnesses a scene that sends shockwaves through his spandex-clad heart. It's none other than Peter Parker, caught in a passionate embrace with Mary Jane. Cue the dramatic music. This clone's emotional gears start turning and he arrives at a mature conclusion. If his feelings haven't matured enough to accept his love for Mary Jane, then he must be the clone. In the aftermath, the clone embarked on a journey of self-discovery beyond the familiar streets of New York. Consumed by a sense of inadequacy, he saw himself as nothing more than an insignificant duplicate. In an act of homage and attempt to forge his own path, the clone bestowed upon himself a new identity, Ben Reilly. Drawing inspiration from his dearly departed Uncle Ben, whose wisdom and sacrifice had forever shaped Peter Parker's life, and borrowing the maiden name of his beloved Aunt May, he sought to establish a unique legacy. The many arcs and every alternate version of Ben Reilly, Scarlet Spider. Returning to the concrete jungle of New York City upon learning of Aunt May's ailing health, Ben was about to encounter a reunion of epic proportions. A face-to-face encounter with the original web-slinger himself, Peter Parker. Ben and Peter found themselves engaged in a heartfelt conversation as they sought to unravel the mixed threads of their intertwined destinies. It was a friendship forged in the crucible of shared experiences and masked heroism. United by their acronid abilities, the dynamic duo of Spider-Man and the Scarlet Spider swung through the city streets, leaving villains worried in their wake. Just then, Seaward Trainer, master of genetics, exposed a shocking revelation. Peter was the clone all along, and Ben had been the true Peter Parker. In the spirit of friendship and perhaps a touch of self-doubt, the duo chose to retain their familiar names, as Ben still grappled with feelings of inadequacy. But fate had more in store, my friends. Peter, ever the selfless hero, made a monumental decision when he discovered that Mary Jane, his beloved flame, carried the precious gift of new life within her. He relinquished the webs, stepping aside to embrace the role of devoted partner and father-to-be, leaving Ben as the sole guardian of New York City's skies. Peter, alongside his love, Mary Jane, bid farewell to the streets of New York, seeking solace in that picturesque embrace of Portland. But before departing, he extended an offer that could make any comic book fan's heart skip a beat. His iconic Spider-Man suit, a symbol of heroic might and responsibility now bestowed upon Ben. With a nod to continuity and a playful nod to the past, Ben chose to carry on as the Scarlet Spider, forever etching his own unique mark on the annals of New York's vigilante legends. Becoming Spider-Man. Ben couldn't resist the allure of donning the iconic red and blue suit once again, determined to rectify that one fateful moment of inaction that let down Uncle Ben that had haunted him during Christmas when Then, the Spider-Man stumbled upon something very peculiar: the Mystery Vision Channel network. As Jessica and Ben found themselves engrossed in the hypnotic Mystery Vision broadcast, they stumbled upon Dr. Ramirez, ensnared in a trance-like state induced by the enigmatic network. Recognizing his duty as a hero, Ben broke Ramirez free from the clutches of this hypnotic transmission. Gripped by a quest for justice, Spider-Man swung through the city, navigating a labyrinthine journey that led him straight to the heart of Mystery Vision's headquarters, an abandoned movie studio. It was there that he came face to face with the mysterious Rudolph Hines, the mastermind behind the enthralling network. A tantalizing offer beckoned in the smoky air as Hines extended an invitation for Spider-Man to experience a brand new pair of virtual reality goggles. But alas, as the smoke cleared and reality unveiled its true face, Ben fell prey to the dastardly illusions of the nefarious Mysterio. Soon enough, Ben's keen intellect devised a means to track down the elusive Mysterio, employing a nifty DIT tracking device to unravel the villain's signal. With determination coursing through his veins, Spider-Man located and destroyed the transmitter, effectively shattering the hypnotic hold over the unsuspecting populace. Mysterio's reign of deception came crashing down, and justice prevailed once more. The elusive master of illusions was apprehended, leaving our hero to revel in a well-earned victory. Identity crisis. This is a web-slinging and clone-tastic tale to spin. Years have gone by when, out of nowhere, Damon Ryder, aka Raptor, enters the city. This guy has a bone to pick with Peter, or should I say, Ben. Now, Raptor storms in, waving a sketch of a guy responsible for torching his wife and kid, claiming that both Peter and Ben resemble the Firestarter. That's a way awkward way to say hello. As tensions rise, the two tangle in the epic battle. Like a villainous Houdini, Raptor vanishes into thin air, and in the meantime, Peter swings his way, tracking Raptor to his location, ready to unravel the mystery. But surprise, surprise, he's ambushed by Kane, who decides to crash the party. Our fearless web-slinger arrives at Aunt May's house, expecting a warm family gathering. Instead, he's met with a chilling sight: Raptor holding Harry Osborn and his cousins hostage, gun in hand. That's an awkward family reunion. Raptor, being the dramatic villain he is, announces his plans to turn up the heat and burn them all alive. But hold on to your webs, because Kane swoops in like a dark knight, revealing his alliance with Raptor. Gasp! Kane resolves to disclose Peter's real identity and his clone status in order to persuade Raptor to kill our friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. He believes that if Reilly was a killer, Peter would be tempted to kill as well. My friends, that is some distorted logic. But it's not so easy, as Peter pummels Raptor into unconsciousness, proving his and Reilly's innocence. The Jackal. In the web of his diabolical schemes, Ben, donning the mantle of the Jackal, embarked on a design to create a network of influence that spanned the vast expanse of the United States. Armed with the new U's uncanny cloning procedure, he orchestrated an evil resurrection, bringing the departed back to life. With each step, he sought to fortify his enterprise, enlisting a legion of Spider-Man's adversaries into his gang. The Rhino, the Lizard, and even a depowered Electro succumbed to his persuasive allure. However, his ambitions reached even greater heights when he sought an alliance with the indomitable Kingpin, only to be met with refusal. Masked under the facade of a benevolent pharmaceutical company, it touted remarkable medical solutions, like its cutting-edge cloned organs. Meanwhile, when Jerry Saltiers, a clone of a former Parker Industries employee, vanished without a trace, sensing the ominous undercurrents, Spider-Man himself took it upon his arachnid shoulders to unearth the truth behind New You. Surprisingly, Ben extended an offer to Peter, hoping to sway him to his evil cause. He envisioned a united front, combining the immense power of New You and Parker Industries to better the world. Yet, steadfast in his resolve, Peter spurned the opportunity, recognizing the darkness lurking beneath Ben's charismatic lair. However, faced with a spark of hope, Peter relented, granting Ben a chance to prove himself. Thus, a climactic clash unfolded, with Ben locked in a grueling battle against the resurrected Dr. Octopus. As the fierce combat raged on, destruction unleashed its relentless fury, engulfing New You's remnants in a roaring inferno. Amidst the chaos, the Jackal, consumed by his own malevolence, launched a desperate attack on Ben. But the tables turned on him as he met his ultimate demise. Leaving the Jackal to suffer the consequences of his villainous machinations, Ben emerged from the destruction, ready to forge a new destiny for himself. The path ahead remained uncertain, but he carried within him the flicker of redemption. pages of Spider-Geddon. In a daring pursuit, Ben embarked on a journey trailing the Inheritors. In an unfortunate betrayal, Dr. Octopus turned his back on Ben, bartering his freedom by offering the Inheritors the prized possession they sought, Ben himself. Yet amidst the chaos, hope flickered anew. Ben, who had experienced countless resurrections, found himself reborn for the 28th time by Otto. Astonishingly, this final death and rebirth imbued him with a renewed sense of clarity. As if wiped clean of the scars that marred his existence, Ben discovered a renewed sanity. His mind reset to its original factory settings. The weight of his past sins lifted, replaced by a chance to start afresh. With the Inheritors finally vanquished, Ben's journey came full circle, drawing him back to the dazzling lights of Las Vegas. King Chasm. Ben embarked on a daring escapade that would shake the foundations of the Beyond safe houses, with his eyes set on stealing their tech. Unyielding in his ambition, he embarked on the creation of a revolutionary transportation device, one that would grant him access to a pocket realm known as Limbo. Through the mystical gateway to Limbo, Ben's path intersected with that of Madeline Pryor, known to many as the Goblin Queen. Bound by a shared sense of kinship, these kindred souls discovered an unexpected connection, realizing that their paths had more similarities than they'd ever imagined. As the leaves began to fall, Janine, now transformed into the Hallows Eve, joined their ranks, embracing the intriguing allure of Pocket Universe Limbo. Their partnership took an astonishing turn when Madeline, in her shrewdness, rallied the venomous Eddie Brock, now entrenched as the King in Black, to their cause. Ben is fueled by his thirst for vengeance. He ripped away Eddie's memories, erasing the heroic development that had transformed him into a beacon of light. In the void left behind, the insidious Venom persona, with its insatiable hunger for brains, reclaimed its dominion. With a burning desire to extract retribution on the one who had shattered his world, Ben set his sights on Spider-Man. But as he surged forward, blindsided by his own seething rage, Madeline, having achieved her objectives, betrayed their cause. Her abrupt attempt to call off the invasion incited a tempest of fury within Ben, refusing to yield until his thirst for revenge was quenched. Yet, within this turbulent tale, a revelation struck with brutal force. The demonic fruit tree, a harbinger of power and corruption, stood on the precipice of death. Embracing her newfound role, Hallows Eve bestowed upon Ben the Scythe of Sorrows, a relic of immense power befitting Madeline's dominion over Limbo. With a transformation both wondrous and ominous, Ben ascended to the mantle of a demon, donning the moniker King Chasm as he set forth to reshape the destiny that lay before him. What makes Ben Reilly so powerful? Ben Reilly, as a clone of the iconic Spidey, possesses a remarkable spectrum of powers that mirrors those of his progenitor. However, his journey has led him to forge a unique path, granting him additional abilities that set him apart from his predecessor. Let us look at some of those key aspects that define his remarkable skill set. Superhuman strength courses through Ben's veins, a gift inherited from his arachnid origins. His muscles bear the astonishing might of a spider, enabling him to effortlessly lift weights that surpass the limits of human capability. Under extreme stress, he has demonstrated the capacity to hoist an astounding 10 tons or more, a testament to his unrivaled power. With his powerful leg muscles, Ben harnesses the gift of leaping, propelling himself to heights and distances that defy gravity. His acrobatic prowess is unmatched, soaring through the air with grace and agility. Endurance becomes his ally as superhuman stamina fuels his actions. Ben can push himself to the brink of his physical limits, performing at peak capacity for hours before fatigue sets in. His superhuman speed propels him beyond the boundaries of human swiftness. The Scarlet Spider hurtles through the streets at a velocity that surpasses the finest human athletes. Even an accelerating car can barely escape his pursuit, though he often relies on his swinging abilities for swift transportation. Ben's physical form gains a heightened resilience bestowed upon him by his enhanced biology. Extraordinary durability fortifies his skeleton, tissues, and nervous system, rendering him more resistant to impact and trauma than an ordinary human. Remarkably, Ben possesses an innate sense of balance and equilibrium. Superhuman equilibrium allows him to achieve a state of perfect stability regardless of the position he finds himself in. Whether perched on a minuscule object or engaging in acrobatic combat, he adjusts his stance with instinctual precision. Additionally, Ben's Spidey sense has undergone a transformation. Affected by the psychoreactive goo, his Spidey sense has evolved to possess an offensive capability. While typically a defensive mechanism alerting its users to impending danger, Ben's Spidey sense enables him to preemptively counterattack threats before they can harm him. It grants him a heightened awareness that empowers him to neutralize dangers with lightning-quick reflexes. Ben Reilly's appearances in other media. In the world of television, Ben Reilly, known as the Scarlet Spider, has made his mark across various animated series. Let's look into some of his notable appearances. X-Men. In the thrilling episode One Man's Worth, Scarlet Spider-Man emerges as a member of the Avengers within the Age of Apocalypse timeline. With his distinct red and blue costume, he adds a touch of arachnid flair to the superhero ensemble. Fantastic Four, the animated series. In a blink and you'll miss it moment, Scarlet Spider swings into view in the episode Nightmare in Green. Perched on the side of a towering building, he quietly observes as the Human Torch and Rick Jones navigate a perilous situation like a silent guardian, always watching from the shadows. Ben Reilly's presence extends beyond the world of television and into the immersive world of video games, so let's explore some of his appearances in the digital realm. Marvel Superhero Squad Online. This vibrant online game features the multifaceted hero Ben Reilly in not one but two guises. Players can embody his Scarlet Spider persona or step into the shoes of the iconic Spider-Man. Lego Marvel's Avengers. Stepping into the blocky universe of Lego, Ben Reilly takes center stage as a playable character. The Spider-Man Homecoming DLC pack grants players the opportunity to unleash Scarlet Spider's unique abilities and swing through the digital metropolis with a trademark style. Marvel Future Fight. Scarlet Spider weaves his web with the popular mobile game Marvel Future Fight. With his distinct costume and an impressive arsenal of powers, he joins the roster of iconic heroes, engaging in epic battles against the usual foes. Marvelous Verdict. In the landscape of iconic characters and superheroes, Ben Reilly stands as proof of the enduring legacy of the Spider-Man mythos. With his unique journey and striking red and blue costume, Ben Reilly has gripped comic book enthusiasts and fans until things take a dark turn for the hero. From his inception as a clone to his evolution as a hero in his own right, Ben has his own ups and downs to deal with, and isn't just entangled in Peter Parker's story. His struggles with identity, purpose and redemption have added depth to his character, making him relatable and compelling. Ben's legacy endures as a reminder that heroes come in different forms, and even those with complicated pasts can find redemption and carve their own path of heroism. And if you liked our content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't done so already. Have a good one and be safe. Thanks everyone.